right, we are now live on YouTube, so whenever you're ready, Magistrate, we'll go with Thompson.
Good morning. Sergeant Jackson, Romulus video arraignment for Terrence Thompson. Mr. Thompson, your full name for the record?
Terrence Thompson.
Mr. Thompson, you have an attorney present. He's going to put his appearance on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of defendant. We would waive the formal reading of the charges and ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
Mr. Thompson, I'm entering a plea of not guilty on your behalf. I'm going to schedule this matter for a PCC, a probable cause hearing, and that's going to be on April 14th this year with Judge Martin by Zoom here at the 34th District Court. That's going to be scheduled at 9:30 a.m. Case number 20-1120. Based upon the recommendations of the PD, I'm going to release you on a $5,000 personal bond. You're to have no contact with the complainant victims in this case. Bruce Bachman. Am I clear, Mr. Thompson?
Yes. Yes.
That should wrap up this arraignment. Sergeant, you're good, correct?
That's correct.
And Royce, you're good?
I'm good, thanks.
That wraps up Mr. Thompson. Andy, you're happy, right?
Yep, we're just waiting on Huron to join. They should be here any moment now for the next arraignment.
Take care, everyone.
Yep.
Good morning, Karen. Do we have defendant Bowman-Daniels? Karen, can you hear me?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
Yeah. All right. Do you have Bowman-Daniels with you?
Yes.
Okay. It'll be just a moment, and then we'll begin the arraignment.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Al Hindman, the magistrate. Today's the day and time set for arraignments with Huron Township, Melissa Bowman-Daniels. Your full name for the record?
My name, sir, it's Melissa Bowman-Daniels.
Okay, Ms. Daniels, do you have an attorney present? This case has already been signed, correct, officer? Sergeant?
Well, I believe so. She had the warrant. She was picked up on the warrant last night.
Okay, all right. Bryce, go ahead.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of defendant. We waive a formal reading and ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf.
Okay, Ms. Daniels, I'm entering a plea of not guilty on your behalf. We're to the bond portion of this case. Officer, go ahead.
We had recommended, we'd ask for a 10,000, 10%. Really, the only other change we'd ask for the prosecutor's office is have a tether. Is that the tether be placed on her, and then the rest court discretion, Your Honor.
So you're asking for a 10,000, 10% bond with the GPS tether?
Yeah, at least a tether, Your Honor, at least that. So I believe, speaking with the prosecutor's office, they weren't opposed to a PR bond as long as she has a tether. They're asking for a tether.
All right, we'll get to the, let's hear from Bryce, her attorney. Bryce, go ahead.
Yeah, so she has absolutely zero criminal history, according to her. No run-ins with the law previously whatsoever, not even traffic misdemeanors. She has no warrant. She is caring for her 27-year-old adult disabled son. She lives in Huron, and she's been at the same address since 2003. So she seems to understand the seriousness of the charge and looks forward to trying to move this case forward to have this handled. I explained to her the seriousness with what the court takes its contact orders. I explained to her that there's going to be a no contact. She's not going to be able to have any contact whatsoever. Yep. That being said, I don't think she's a flight risk. I don't think she's a danger to on a PR bond and to forego the tether.
Sergeant, where does the complainant victim live?
Yeah, on Willow Road, correct?
Sia,
When you leave the victim, where does she live at?
she lives with my oldest daughter in Flat Rock,
All right. Is that Country Meadows or in somewhere else?
Deerfield.
In Deerfield Estates, Your Honor, that's a Flat Rock jurisdiction.
And Miss Daniels lives on Willow Road, correct?
Correct.
Well, here it is. It's you're to have no contact with Sia O'Tyler. That's CIAO''Tyler. What about Qasim Ahmed? Is that
That's our detective.
okay? All right. So no contact with Sia O'Tyler, Miss Daniels. No third party contact. You can't send a message to a family member or a friend. No cell phone, text messaging. Any type of social media contact or phone contact. Am I clear?
Yes, I understand.
I'm doing some paperwork.
What's that? I mentioned the tether, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I have Lieutenant Tidy here in the also, Your Honor. We're just discussing that.
I just want to make sure that the intent said that the prosecutor requested it.
If you have any comments on bond on the OFA, OIC's in the room, go ahead.
Oh, I'm not the OIC. It's just that they were requesting that she be placed on a tether. I was just verifying that he had mentioned that to you, Your Honor.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I've done these before. It's going to be a $10,000 bond. It'll be personal on the Wayne County GPS tether program.
Okay.
So for Andy that's listening, if Heather's there, she knows how to put that on the paperwork so they understand it. All right.
Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Following conditions: that no contact with the complainant victim that I already went into. It's $10,000 personal with placement on the Wayne County GPS tether program. Case number 21-0125. 21-0125.
I have one question for you.
Go ahead.
So she has to have the tether on first, or she have a couple days to get the tether once she's released?
Well, that's the.
How
How do you guys feel about letting her go get on the tether? And if she doesn't, then you go back and pick her up. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. I've done hundreds of these. If it goes the way it's going to be put on the minimus, she's going to be in custody till she gets put on the tether, and she could get put in a line downtown.
Yeah, that'll be fine, Your Honor. That's how we normally do it.
Or maybe not. You know, that's what this is all about. With the COVID going on, they might have it expedited, and she could just go down there, get put on, and be out of there by 5 o'clock.
Yeah, normally we have.
It's just going to be 10,000 personal with the Wayne County GPS tether. No contact with the complainant victim. That wraps up this arraignment. Andy, is there any more?
Nope. Did you give a date for this one already?
I'm sorry, Andy. That's why you're here. It's Wednesday, April 14th, 2021, Judge Martin's courtroom, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m.
All right, April 14th.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge. We'll see you. Have a good one.